Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? Well, today is November 9th. That's when I'm recording this. Well, it's the evening. But I wanted to put out a weekly reading. So Uranus entered Taurus on November 7th, and it leaves Taurus on April 25th, 2006. So here's what we need to expect. Expect unexpected changes, leaving the past behind and forging a new path ahead, changing your personal values, and expect financial shifts, good and bad, okay? There will be transformations in the home and in relationships due to changes in beliefs. So a change in belief systems, right? Mercury retrograde happened today. It started today. And Mercury retrogrades today, which is November 9th, and it will end November 29th. Sorry. So expect plans to get canceled and then rescheduled at a perfect moment, travel issues that bring valuable lessons, ghosts from the past reappearing unannounced, words revealing feelings that will change your perspective. Lots of technical issues and errors, so computers, phones, anything technical or electrical. Power outages, anything electrical. Expect misunderstandings, and old arguments may resurface to clear the air once and for all. Contracts and agreements might come back around because you need to take a closer look. Messages will take longer to arrive, but it will expose very vital details. Relationships of the past will come back around to prove unfinished business. This retrograde, remember, you're responsible for telling people the truth, not for managing other people's reactions to it, okay? This week on November 11th brings when you see things others can't, it comes with both power and danger. The ones who have felt out of place, misunderstood, or even ahead, or more, some people like to say more awake than others around you, expect those people to come back around and say, you know what, you were right, or I see it your way now. This is because timelines are bringing people to rise to your timeline and not you staying small in theirs. But remember, on or around November 11th, your intuition and your inner warnings are going to increase. And they're going to increase through symbolic dreams, or you are just going to have a burst of sudden clarity and of people and situations, and you're not even going to have an explanation of why you even know that. You might suddenly get a sudden knowing of someone's intentions. But here's the plot twist. Seeing things early comes with a responsibility no one prepares you for. Welcome to my world. Because of the veil is thin right now, you're interpreting something that is powerful that hasn't unfolded yet. That early clarity can feel like you're holding a map that's still drawing its course, or drawing itself, or or that path. But you'll notice people's patterns and behaviors that everyone else keeps brushing off because they're not ready to see it. So someone pretending to be confident even though they're not, seeing things that people ignore. Patterns are not going to just appear, they're going to scream out. The part that creates the tension is you, and this is because you can't unsee it. When you recognize things, it stays with you. And the second you try to explain what you think, the second you try to explain, the people you're trying to explain yourself to, they're going to think you're judging them, and you're not. They're going to think that you're being negative, paranoid, or maybe you are an overthinker, or maybe you're being dramatic, or you're not. And really you're not. You're just simply reading the room. And the person or people that you're telling this to, they're not ready to hear or even be ready for you to point out the truth that they've been avoiding. This happens to me quite often. And this is how I lose friends, family members. The closer we all get to November 11th, awareness feels like a blessing until it shows you what other people work so hard to ignore. Okay? When you start to realize that noticing the truth is one thing, but to be punished for it is another. And that's where a lot of people like to do. Oh, you pointed out the truth, now we're going to punish you. You know, it's not because of the insight itself, it's because of how people react when you see what they're not ready to face. The classic shoot the messenger, right? Shooting the messenger. The one who notices truth is the one who gets blamed for it, right? And you get blamed for it all. All you did was just point it out. You're not the one enacting on it or reacting to it. You're just simply stating the fact. And then you become the problem. And then you're the strange vibe. Because why? You broke a chain link that others weren't ready for. So then they flip the script. People will defend their illusions with more passion than they will defend in growing. When your awareness threatens others' comfort, many won't adjust their behaviors. They'll adjust the narrative. People don't get angry because you're wrong. People get angry because you're right. This shift isn't about being a threat to others, though. It's about understanding why your clarity makes people uncomfortable and why discomfort is the first sign that this portal is doing its job, or that you, as an early awakened person, or what some people will say, a more spiritually aware person than others. Excuse me. Be careful not to be drained by the world, okay? On November 11th, communication will feel off, and so will the energy. When your perception sharpens, the universe responds by creating distance around you. You're not being rejected, you're being protected. When you see too much and the energy shifts before they actually take place, the universe tends to pull you back, and it's to protect your frequency so that the transition can actually unfold. The best part is that you didn't even force that moment. The energy was just undeniable. The shift isn't about being right or wrong. It's about the empowerment that arises when your intuition is finally confirmed. When that clarity you carried is shared by others around you, it becomes a relief, right? You're no longer crazy. You are right. Not because of the validation behind it, because that's ego, but because you finally see the world catching up to your timeline that you've been walking ahead of. The truth doesn't change. You're just early. The energy then gets less defensive because you woke the shift while others have to find their footing. That's why they say, when you're a truth speaker, you have to speak your truth, but then you have, the universe pulls you back, and it's because you just knocked off their ground, their stable foundation, whatever illusion that they built around, and now they got to find their footing, right? The turning point where this is the turning point where awareness is now transforms from a burden into an advantage. And then the path ahead now just makes more sense. You are no longer a seeker. You are the signal. Remember, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. The energy of the week best fits this quote. Signs don't appear when you want them to. They appear when you become someone who can finally read them. Sometimes knowing too much becomes a punishment. It doesn't always feel like a gift. People either believe you or they don't. But remember, the universe doesn't just hand over that level of perception to just anyone or just someone. It's not gonna, especially someone who isn't built to hold it. You were chosen because you can carry what others can't even look at. When the portal opens, things will start to unfold. That's the, on or around November 11th. Now remember, energy moves and flows, so this might hit people faster. For me, it usually hits me faster. So it already started today, we'll say. Yeah, things will unfold, and it's everything. And when these things start unfolding, it's everything that you have been sensing. So all your intuitions will be confirmed. And the world is going to react in very strange ways. Divine alignment is a path many choose not to walk in because it's not easy, right? The portal won't be a concept. It's going to become a force. A force to those who weren't ready. And to the rest of us, we will see the beauty behind the burden, and it will be sacred. The heaviness that once made you feel out of place becomes the exact thing that strengthens you in moments of change. All of us will lose something we can't get back in these unexpected changes due to Uranus being in Taurus, okay? And mine started today. I already lost something I can't get back. In fact, as you can see, I put up the Christmas tree. That Christmas tree is 17 years old. I got that tree with when my firstborn child, my son, and we decided to put it up because it's supposed to be white, and I ended up decorating it. And as we decorated, we started going through all these memories. So memories are going to resurface, and we just started throwing away like all the stuff. Not the keepsakes of them when they made stuff, for me for like when they were younger, but all the other crap. We just started throwing shit away. And the reason why we put the decorations on was because the tree's no longer white. It's now yellowish in certain areas, so we just try to cover it up. Normally for Thanksgiving, I usually put a tree up and it's bare because it's pretty and the lights, and we call it the holiday tree. But since this is after Christmas, this tree is getting chucked. We're gonna throw it out. 17 years of me and the kids spending Christmas under this tree, we're gonna let it go. And my son is moving on to bigger and better things. And my other one is not too much far behind him. So with that being said, that's one of my big changes. Kids getting older, little by little, I'll become an empty nester. In the meantime, when we're talking about like changes of the world, I was just talking to someone recently, like, I want to sell this place and get one of those container homes. At least this way, I will survive the apocalypse, and so will anybody I know. Anyways, let's just get into my, let's get a moon card. Let's get a moon card. If you're receiving headaches, it's because the energy flares, the solar flares are getting crazy. Ooh. Just remember, conclusions are within reach. This is a full moon eclipse kind of energy kind of taking place out of this card, but conclusions are within reach. So things are ending, new paths are forming. Let's get an advice card. Ooh, 2 came out. Someone might need to celebrate. That also popped up, but we're gonna put it. Someone might be celebrating this week. You're being asked to ask for help. You're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with the issues alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength when you reach out. Ask for help today. Why? Because you're leveling up. It's time to soar, baby. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic, true self soar. Fly high, dear one. Let your freak flag fly. Ooh, someone might be getting married. Contracts are going to definitely be reappearing. Someone might be getting married. A wedding bliss or entering soul contracts, new soul contracts. Let's dive right on in. Spiritual love. Someone might be getting their flowers. Someone might have some ancestors or someone from the divine. Definitely, you're going to feel some sort of divine love this week. Spiritual love. Maybe you are going to have more love for the divine. Actually, what's going on right now is a lot of people are healing their heart spaces. Lobster. Some of you might be in a financial pinch. Watch out for that. But you are going to triumph over your troubles and obstacles. What else do we got? You're stepping into a new experience this week. Hidden secrets are going to just harm you. But you are protected from negative forces beyond your control, so that's good. Ooh, some of you have a secret admirer. I did get that feeling. Some of you are being watched. I don't know if it's in a creepy way, but some of you do have a secret admirer. Success. Successful outcomes to your problem. So, a key. Remember, you have the key. Time to break those chains. Also, someone is working against you behind your back, so watch out for that. Remember, most people, they can feel your energy, so if they know you got a blessing coming, they're going to do everything they can to try to take that. That's why they say move in silence. Nine of Pentacles came out. If you are the Nine of Pentacles, you are got your shit together. You're all by yourself. One more pentacle and you'd have it all. What do you got? What do we need to know? If you resonate with the Nine of Pentacles, you're single, got your shit together. Watch out for someone trying to manipulate you in some sense. Well, you've healed from a broken heart. You're not brokenhearted about nothing. That's good. What else do you need to know? Just that you did not have clarity, but you are being protected at this time. You might have looked at it as, oh, this is so unfair. I know I have, but you are being protected at this time. You are not going to hit rock bottom either. Or you're recovering from a major betrayal. That's good. But you're not quite moving forward yet. Why? Because the universe is waiting for you to work together with someone. Oh no. Why? Because you broke a contract. You broke all your karmic contracts, and now you're waiting to work and build with someone else. All right, that sounds good. That does call for a celebration, but let's keep going. Let's change the narrative. What else do we need to know? For the week, some of you are going to be having a brand new beginning. Stepping off into the unknown. Expect unexpected. If you are a fire sign, doesn't have to be. If you resonate with the Queen of Wands, you're young, sexy, you got your shit going on, you're creative, you're being asked to rest at this time. Be grateful for what you already have and rest. Don't put too much work and effort in this week. Why? Because you have an inner knowing. Maybe you need to do some inner healing. Yeah, you have an inner knowing. You don't need to look deeper. And you know someone is freaking the F out. That's losing control of themselves and the situation. Do not put yourself in that. Why? Either you or someone you know will receive some bad news and they're going to freak out. Maybe they want you to freak out, but this might be a test. You're being asked, hey, don't freak out. Don't put any work and effort into it. Why? Because the energy wants to balance itself out. Don't worry, you will get your justice. Or if the bad news is coming in, it's just because the energy was still there and it's clearing itself out. But you will get your justice. Justice and balance will be restored, so do not freak out. Okay? Moving forward. King of Cups. This is typically water sign energy. Doesn't have to be. Maybe you're just a man in love. Balancing out your emotions. You're happy. Your family's happy. You're loving and kind. You have a happy family going on right now. But you're about to feel left out in the cold. Your family's happy because they're leaving you out in the cold about something. You're in love, the family's happy, but they don't want to bring you on in on something. Anyways, the contract's broken. Oh, this is a case of you're tied to a karmic family. Anyways, they're leaving you out in the cold about something. One, the contract's broken. Anyways, you're not going to be happy, or they're not going to be happy about something. And they're not going to tell you. They are definitely going to leave you out in the cold. Fire signs. A lot of you male fire signs, help is arriving for you. You took action on something, and now help is coming in. Has something to do with, you need help with your kids. If you are a fire sign, could be younger males. If you have kids, you need to ask for help, or you need some sort of help with your kids. I feel like you're going to be walking away from them, but your kids are going to be stable. Maybe you're just immature or something. You're trying to help your kids, but your kids are going to be fine. They're going to be very stable. But your kids do need to, either you need to forgive or they need to forgive you. Some sort of forgiveness needs to be had between a father and a son. Or it could be a father and a son, or fire sign and children. Some sort of forgiveness. Maybe you need to forgive them or they need to forgive you. 10 of Pentacles. This is a wish fulfillment. This is having it all. That's funny. Anyways, the kids are going to be stable. Why? Because their mom was their wish fulfillment. Or the kids are going to get a major wish fulfillment the moment they forgive someone for a wrongdoing. I also feel like this person is the wish fulfillment. And she's been surrounded by past battles. She doesn't know she's the wish fulfillment, but a lot of past battles have been happening all around her. Meanwhile, while everyone's doing going through a whirlwind, she's just chilling. Because these are not her battles. She completed a cycle. It's over. And the truth came out. I do feel like, especially in the last few days, a lot of truth has been exposed. And now karma sets in. And yeah, this is saying, hey, if you... Some of you didn't even know you were a wish fulfillment. But the cycle has now ended. You spoke your truth. At this point, you're just waiting for karma to clear its course. And you're being restricted from it all. Because if you were a part of it, All it would do is put you in your feelings. Anyways, the people that are restricted from you or restricted themselves from you, they are in their feelings right now. Yes, they were all wearing masks. Yes, they are all being guided back to you. Yes, many of you will be losing something you can't get back. It's an unforeseen change. Some of you will not be reconciling with people at this time. Or you're being asked not to reconcile from anybody from your past. Some of you might be reminiscing. Someone might be married or in a contract with a narcissist, basically. Someone who's abusive in power, arrogant in his ego. Some of you might be in a contract. You're being asked to literally don't pay any attention to that person. You've already ended that contract. You severed your ties. The truth is already out there. You're being asked to have fun. Find your inner child now. That contract's over. Some of you could be married to a narcissist. You're about to watch this person reap their karma. They made a bad choice. They will get their negative karma. What you put out always comes back to you. And he's going to lose money too. Something very tangible. Why? Why does it always hit money and tangible items? Because that's usually what narcissists do, right? They're so far in their ego. Hey, I got this. You know, their things make them who they are instead of, you know, no, it doesn't. All the things that we own, we can't take it with us. So anyways, God has something to say. Or could look at it this way. If somebody is abusive in power and they got legal issues, they are going to lose the legal issue. Whoever was lying or being manipulative, they are going to have to lose some sort of money when they go to court. If you want to look at it from a legal standpoint. But this card is my God has something to say card. What does God want us to know? Just be cautious. Third-party situations are over. Be cautious of the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who is finicky. Not there for the long term. Hey, I got a little small cup of love to offer you, but as soon as it's got like the shiny fish syndrome, right? As soon as he sees something else shinier and better, he's gonna go over there. So just be cautious of somebody trying to tell you exactly what you want to hear, because they're not in it for the long haul. They're just in it for short-term gratifications. Okay, be cautious of that. What some of us do not see coming. This is someone who's very immature, by the way. What some of you might not see coming, this is a time for rest. It's time to rest up. It's not a time for celebrating. Third-party situations, the party is over. And a lot of people don't like to party with the Queen of Swords. Why? This is my spiritual warrior card. She's truthful and honest. Here's a Queen of Swords. Typically they're air signs, they don't have to be. But if you're a female out there or in your feminine energy, fighting battles, you're changing the world little by little, cutting through the bullshit. Nobody wanted to party with you, huh? That's okay. Someone's looking deeper into you. Why? Because you're about to get a wish fulfillment. Yes, you are. And people are watching you. I'm talking heavy stalking. Again, because you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You're about to get a wish fulfillment and people are gonna watch. Why? Because they can feel their energy before you can. Oh, something's good's gonna happen to Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So now we're all gonna watch. So restrict yourself once you do get this wish fulfillment, okay? You got evil eyes. And don't fight the energy this week, especially if you are an air sign. Mercury is retrograde, so you know what that means, air signs. For a lot of air signs, especially Geminis, Mercury's your ruling planet. Don't fight the energy. A lot of things that are going to be happening are not your battles. So don't fight. Don't even play with the energy. Use discernment. Someone's going to lose their job. Many of you might be losing your job or quitting your job. At the end of the day, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're about to quit your job. Maybe today you're being asked, hey, it's Sunday, don't work. Don't put work and effort into something, or someone did not want to put work and effort into you. But look at you, you're stable, you like nature, you're relaxed. Could be typically, I call the Queen of Pentacles earth signs, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe you're just a woman minding your own business because you are a businesswoman and you're just focused on your money bags. Someone decided they didn't want to put work and effort into you, or someone might lose their job because of you. Let's see. Yeah, they tried to steal from you. They took more than they can. They tried to take advantage of you. Anyway, someone took more than they gave. You do know who this person is. Your name is going to be cleared, okay? And that person isn't traveling towards you. But just so you know, he's not struggling. He didn't move in with you yet. He's not moving forward at this time. Why? Because he's dealing with an Empress in reverse. Wonderful. Bad mom. It could be bad baby mama drama going on. Or this person just has a bad mom. Usually the Empress in reverse. Actually, that's funny that this card came out, because when I was going through like my boxes of stuff that was in the shed, I had stuff from my mom that she gave me, and I threw it all away. I have one of these. This is someone who is codependent, needy, clingy, doesn't take care of herself, doesn't take care of the kids, doesn't take care of the home. Anyways, she doesn't want you moving forward, but you need to do the right thing. Why? Because this person is turning into an emperor. Wow. Gotta love it. Emperors in the house. Emperors typically do the right thing for all involved. They are so not selfish. King of Pentacles, you're coming out. Typically, these are earth sign people. Don't have to be. Maybe you're just a man, worried, just focused on your money. You like nature. If you're the King of Pentacles, you're about to go through a spiritual awakening, or someone close to you is going to die. Or a major life end. It's like something is going to end. And maybe you'll end up with that spiritual awakening. I do feel like maybe some of you, not all of you, might experience a death in the family. I don't feel like it's a friend. I feel like it's the family. And maybe some of you emperors as well. For the emperors, I feel like many of you will be going through a spiritual awakening. Why? Because something was not destined and fated to happen. And it's time for you to heal. Ooh. So, it's time for you to heal. Why? Because you're about to enter a new contract, or you're married, or you're about to get married. You did not cause an imbalance. You didn't do anything wrong, but you're going to feel the burn. You're going to feel the burn. But God just wants you to see something very clearly. Okay? And then, yes, you will have an inner knowing and a new beginning. And you'll be working with the divine. You are going to be divinely guided into something. Because the divine wants you to have a face-to-face talk with your Two of Cups. This is twin flame energy, soulmate energy. This is two people sharing a cup of love under the moon. And it's time for you to start being truthful and honest and living in your truth. Because the truth is, you've been blocking yourself and delaying yourself from something. And you choosing not to communicate it, and you're choosing not to communicate with someone who is the Queen of Cups. This is could be water sign energy, doesn't have to be. I call this my Earth Angel card. Why? Because she is loving and kind, and people think she's naive, and she's not. She's just loving and kind, naturally. She's an earth angel. But you have been telling the truth. You know the truth. You've blocked yourself. You're not communicating with the person that truly does love you. But Queen of Cups, you're not paying attention to that person anyways, because why? You have a phone call that's going to change your life. You're waiting on a phone call. And the universe is saying, hey, don't do anything until you get that phone call, okay? Why? Because darkness is going to come to light. Secrets are coming out, and people are going to know you're divine. You are the earth angel. You know, so keep walking your truth, people. Yeah, someone's going to lose money when it comes to court. For the people that are losing money at this time, God is saying, hey, don't be depressed. Don't move forward. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, even though if you are this female, yeah, you lost money. Yeah, you were depressed. You didn't move forward. But you healed a lot of things. And you're not even brokenhearted over those losses. Nice. Good job. Good work. Celebrate the small wins for sure. If you are this Nine of Pentacles, you're about to get another pentacle. And the moment you get your wish fulfillment, you've completed a cycle. There is some sort of, you are being asked not to sever ties with somebody. I have a feeling you know who it is, but you are completing a cycle, and because you completed a cycle, once you get this wish fulfillment, your cycle will be completed. But they're asking you, hey, there's one thing they do not want you to sever ties with. They want you to speak your truth. Because you got people watching you, and because you did not sever ties, you're going to get another wish fulfillment. Damn. And that's another almost completing a cycle. Oh, I get it. So from everything that everybody took from you, you're about to get back everything everybody took from you. And everyone's going to see it. Wow. And it's going to make a lot of people not happy. You're going to be just fine. Why? Because these are things that God wanted you to have. And he's going to see to it that you have it. Because he knows why you lost that money. He knows what you went through. And then you're going to start a brand new beginning. You're also in the unknown at this time. But secrets already came out, okay? Darkness already came to light. So, for many of you, get some rest. Oh, what else should we do? Let's get a couple cards from the ghost deck. I feel like someone's ancestors want to speak. Yeah, somebody was not being truthful and honest with themselves. This is somebody who is living in illusions, not being truthful and honest. The King of Blades in reverse. And because this person wasn't being truthful and honest, now nobody wants to hang out with him anymore. He's going to lose. That might be why some of his family, I feel like family members don't want to be around them. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to be around this person because it was all games. But the reason why this person's going to be left out in the cold is because he needs to be like this. But because he's like this, he's not reconciling. He's got nothing to offer anyways. His cup is completely empty. He doesn't even have... People who live in illusions are too scared to face. Again, they're too scared to face what they can't face, right? But the kids do love them. You, if you resonate with the King of Blades, you need to speak your truth. And the moment you do, one of your kids is going to be really happy and proud of you for speaking your truth. Until then, you're not moving forward until you speak your truth. The person who has a bad mom. She created her own karma. And just so you know, she was super happy about it. But help is arriving. She also did... Oh. Be careful of somebody's mom trying to break up a marriage or a partnership, or like, let's say your boyfriend and girlfriend. Be careful of that. It's because she didn't want him to love anybody else but her. That's kind of creepy. And that's why he has a hard time letting go of the past. He's afraid to swim by himself. But something is fated to happen, and he's going to be taught a lesson. And this is going to put him in the Nine of Swords. And then he's going to let go of everything, and he's going to find happiness again. All right. Well, that was beautiful. Some journeys take longer than others. Let's go to the dice. What does the dice have for us today? I'll just grab some. The number 12 is significant. Christmas, December. Someone needs to be very optimistic. Whoever is optimistic out there, you're getting the go ahead and do it. Speak your truth. If you are the Chinese zodiac sign of a dragon, you are going to be asked to cut ties or cut up something. Cut ties with someone, or cut up some kind of paperwork that you've been holding on to. Contracts. Cut the contract. Cut the cord. For those that are wearing a mask, there's going to be some divine intervention coming at play, and these people cannot save it. Somebody's kid's going to be moving. He's not playing games. He's going to sing and make a phone call. Ooh. Okay. Somebody's not going to get their wish fulfillment, and they're not going to be happy. It wasn't their gift. Whatever this wish fulfillment, like whoever wanted a wish fulfillment, it wasn't yours to have. It's going to leave you feeling confused. It's because you're not ready yet. There's a path. So some of you might feel a little confused this week on what path you're supposed to go. You will have clarity this week. And you'll know, because the thing that you thought was your wish fulfillment is going to change. Your perspective is going to change, and you're going to realize, oh, I outgrew that. I don't want that no more. And then you're going to receive a gift. Someone's confused because the universe knows you made a contract and you're not honoring it. You're not walking your talk. The universe is basically saying, hey, you made a contract and a deal with us before you came down here. You need to honor that. Somebody's storms are over. Better days are coming. The eye, evil eye. Somebody's intuition is very heightened. Yes, you are going to get married. Justice and balance will be restored. The scales. Somebody's ancestor is going to come and visit you in your sleep, and they're going to answer the very question that you ask. They're going to answer it. And you're going to get a new idea, a light bulb moment. Someone is going to jail for abusing children. Someone's going to sing like a canary too. If you are a Pisces, you are being asked to don't play games at this time. Something's coming back around. Don't be the observer when it comes back around. So that way you don't, You don't make the same mistake and keep repeating the cycle. It's only coming back around as a test so that you can see how much you've grown. I feel like this week, the universe is saying, it's my turn now. The universe is saying, it's time. It's time for change. Someone built a wall. Someone's blocking themselves and built a wall. Like, here's their wish fulfillment, and they built a wall. Someone's packing their bags and moving. I keep getting that. And once they move, they'll get their wish fulfillment. And they need to be out. If you are planning on moving, you need to be very optimistic. Because this is a very good change, a sign of a butterfly. Be careful in travels. Someone has a message, but they don't want to deliver the message. Some of you are manifesting at a very high rate. Some of you are manifesting a brand new house. Maybe you're getting a bigger house. I want a smaller house. Some of these walls are coming down. Some of these structures are going to start falling apart. I don't know what this means, but as the world turns, karma is still being delivered. Live in gratitude. The number 8 is significant. 8 days, 8 o'clock. That's all I got. Let's get one last card. Do I want to do one last card? Yeah. Let's do one last card and call it a day. Yeah, somebody wants to speak, but they're holding it in. Oh, that's not good. Maybe they don't want to ask for help. Cards are being silent. Someone is definitely trying to keep quiet. Anyways, your will. This is about empowerment. The universe works to give you what you want. Hold on. I messed that whole up. Rebuke and cancel. The universe works to give you what you ask for, but the words we use invite actions and events that sometimes we really don't want. This is all about the power of your words. There is no need for goals and dreams when your thoughts are consumed with negative and limiting beliefs. Words consist of vibrations and sounds. It is these vibrations that create the very reality that surrounds us. Without words, a thought can never become a reality. Even God spoke life into existence. Remember to choose your words wisely. Say positive affirmations with I know, I am, I love, I create, I do, I see, I belong, I feel, or I honor. Speak from the heart. When you choose your words bravely, consciously, and lovingly, and speak from a place of love for yourself, for life, and for others, your words then equal your world. People who play with words are more conscious of the subtleties that conversations contain and are less likely to be swayed by emotional appeals, manipulation, or even fall victim to their own prejudices. The limit of your language means the limits of your world. Language is not just a means of communication, it is a means of perception, a window into our souls. And just as the windows of our homes frame the world outside, so too do the words we choose frame the world within us. In a world woven with words, a mysterious force molds our thoughts and behaviors, dictating how we communicate with each other and our manners and beliefs. This is your will. This is how we start to change all worlds. Change your words, and then you change your world. That's exactly what I was about to say. Your will is your tongue. Anyways, this is all I got for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, namaste.